it's Deja Yemir from CrochetEverAfter.com, and right now I'm going to show you how to double crochet into the last stitch of your row. Sometimes this stitch can be a little bit confusing depending on if you use chain threes, so this is going to show you how to do those specific stitches. Okay, before we begin double crocheting into the last stitch of our row, let's talk a little bit about how we count our stitches in double crochet, because a lot of times you may lose stitches and not understand why. Anything with half double crochet and above, you start counting your chain stitches as stitches in your row, and if you're not paying attention you might forget to work into those and end up decreasing your work as you go. So what you need to know when you're working your pattern is whether your chain stitches count as actual stitches for your row. In this swatch I am counting my chain threes as a double crochet. So that means that this first chain three of this row is my very first double crochet for this row, which means this chain three in the previous row is the last double crochet of this row that I need to work into. If your pattern says that the chain three does not count, you would have an extra double crochet on the ends for each of these. But these on my pattern do count, so I'm going to show you how to work into those, and then I'll show you how to do the double crochet if it didn't count. So with all that being said, what I need to do is figure out, is this my last stitch or do I still have one more to go? Now with my chain threes being counted as stitches, I know that I have two more stitches to go. But if you're a beginner, you might get a little lost. You might only see these two loops, this stacked V, and think you only have one stitch left. What I always tell beginners is stop and count your stitches. How many stitches are you supposed to have? This swatch has 14 double crochets in each row. So I stop and I count. I don't count the loop on my hook, that's my working loop. I count all my V's. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then my chain 3 is my 12th double crochet. So I need two more. So I know that I need to work into that loop right here, these two loops for this last double crochet, but now I have this chain 3 and it's a little funky looking. I know I need to double crochet into it, but where should I double crochet into it? Well, you want to pick the last chain, the top chain, and it's kind of up to you what loops you want to work into. I like to kind of turn it and find my back loop, and I also like to take my bottom bump with it, so I catch two loops when I work into it. You can just do one loop, it's up to you. I like to catch both of those loops and then do my double crochet. Makes it a little less, if you just do the one loop, you can see how it kind of looks nice as I work into it. If I do just one loop, show you what happens. You can see that I have kind of a big hole now. So if I work into both the back loop and the bottom bump, I don't get such a big hole. So I like that because it looks just a little bit nicer for me. Now if your chain 3 didn't count as a stitch, then this last loop would be your last stitch that you worked into, which would be easy to see. You'd have an extra stitch over here on the beginning stitch of your row, so you would have 14. But knowing if your chains count as stitches will help you to know where to make your final double crochet in your row. So make sure you're understanding the pattern. If they count as stitches, you have to work into them. If you're not sure if you have the correct amount of stitches, stop and count your stitches, count your V's. And that will help you to make sure that you have the correct amount. But that is how you are going to double crochet into the last stitch of your row.